variety of acts for you this afternoon, and we're going to welcome our first comedian this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pepper. There we go. Take it away, Pepper.
Thank you. In order to prepare for today, I did go to the internet cafe the other night and research how to be a stand-up comic. I found a great, fantastic downloadable file called The Do's and Don'ts of Stand-Up Comedy. It should finish downloading by the time we get to Fort Lauderdale. I did figure too that if you don't like my routine and you want to walk out on me, you really can't go too far. The first night at dinner though, I was talking to a gentleman and he told me this is his 50th cruise, 5-0. Then I was a little disappointed when I found out he was counting the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland. No, it's not right. You shouldn't have done that, because after all, a day at Disneyland can cost much, much more than a Princess Cruise. Then I did tell them that I got a great deal, fantastic deal on the inside cabin. He told me no, a cruise this long, he needed a mini suite. But I explained to him, I spent 4 years sharing smaller quarters than I have with my wife. The little difference is that here we call them decks and cabins. Where I was, they called them tiers and cells. We did take a Princess Cruise earlier this year on the Emerald Princess. It was a transatlantic from Fort Lauderdale to Barcelona. And we were very happy that on this cruise, there was lots of different types of entertainment compared to the last cruise. Although I do think I might have met the illusionists on board when we were in Barcelona. But if you just give me my wallet back, I'd be much happier. It does seem on this cruise though, I haven't heard anybody having problems with pickpockets, especially we were in Paris. Anybody have problems? Didn't hear that. Apparently when we were in France, that was the day that the pickpockets were going on strike. When I realized on this cruise, my wife has gone like little over the top on the social media thing. It seems like we spend half our time in port trying to get on the internet. When we were in Amsterdam, we took a $50 canal cruise in order to get the free Wi-Fi. By the time we got to Vigo, I had only used 11 of my 250 minutes, and she was entirely out. I did give her a tip. I told her, you know, honey, if you want to save your minutes, you should try doing one thing that I do. It's called logging out. Also, just a little tip too. If you want to save time when you're reading your email, if you want to save a lot of time and a lot of hassle, just don't delete the emails. Apparently Hillary Clinton hasn't figured that one out yet. I also notice aboard, and I have this problem too, I don't know, a lot of Americans aboard, I have this problem, hard time understanding people from other countries that speak English. Sometimes it's a little difficult for me. I don't know if that happens to you. But I was in the British pub lunch the other day, and I met a man from Ireland, and I did ask him if he has those problems. And he thought for a little bit and said that he's been watching the US presidential campaign, you know, on his TV in the stateroom, and nothing any of them say makes sense to him. Another problem us Americans have, I don't know if you have, is that using the metric system that the rest of the world uses, you know, kilograms, pounds, you know, kilometers and miles. To help you out with that though, when you're in the elevator here and you look up that capacity sign, it says 1,800, or I think it says 1,350 kilograms or 18 persons. In the US, that converts to 300 pounds per person or 10 Americans. You're booing me? This is the Passion or Talent show, you don't boo. I'll talk about elevators. I was in the elevator the other day, and again, for about the 100th time, I got a little turned around, got confused, and got off on the wrong deck and found myself in the fitness center. I did what I normally do now. What I do when that happens, I act like that's where I belong anyway. You know? But I did notice they were running a seminar there called Secrets to a Flatter Stomach. I don't know if anybody saw that one. So I went up to the presenter. I didn't want to go, but I did go up to the presenter and asked him, could he share uno, secret to a flatter stomach? He kind of looked around, he drew me in very, very close, and he whispered 2 words, don't cruise. But you guys have been a great audience. I did read that online. That you must say that. It is in the comic handbook. But before I finish, I want to let you know, as you leave the lounge today, I will be selling DVDs. They're blank DVDs. I'm just trying to earn money for my next cruise. Okay, thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Pepper. Thank you very much. Well done.